I believe that improving your health and fitness is the most important thing you can do to achieve optimal and complete wellness. My premise is built on the belief that your overall wellness incorporates three distinct dynamics: mind, body, and soul. My name is Nichole Williams, and I am a fitness expert.
Nichole, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you for asking. Want to start off by asking, what inspired you to get involved in health and wellness?
My inspiration came from dealing with a lot of things in my life, a lot of turmoil. To begin with, I grew up in a single-parent household, and it was a struggle for my mom and I. And as I grew older, just not having a relationship with my father, that it beat me up inside emotionally. And then I became a single mother myself. I had a very volatile relationship with my husband at the time. And for me, fitness was my way of coping with the heartache, the pain of life. And I tell people all the time, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Fitness chose me. And in turn, I just developed a better lifestyle, better way of living because of it.
Okay. How long have you been in the fitness arena?
For now, about 8 years, since I started in 2009, and I actually began as a runner. I just ran just to kind of get away from myself. And with running, it turned into me wanting to develop my body a little bit more. And it helped me cope. It was an exciting time, but a sad time. So that's pretty much how that happened.
How? Tell me a little bit about Trinity Fitness Services.
Trinity Fitness is a combination of a couple different dynamics. And for me, I was the one, I used myself as a guinea pig. Mm-hmm. It developed from me dealing with, number one, my mind, and then came my body. And then along with that, I shouldn't even say and then, but along with that, there was the aspect of the connection that I had with God. So all of those three dynamics is what created Trinity, three: mind, body, and soul. And so what I do is I teach people to be aware of themselves, self-awareness, taking time out to take care of your mental health, know who you are, love who you are. And everything starts in the mind, and life is a mindset. So once you begin here, then you begin to develop here. You begin to, when you start with putting things together in your mind, then you develop your body, and then your soul. You become one with yourself. So Trinity, in essence, is, again, mind, body, and soul, the combination.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about, it's summer or spring right now, so summer's on the way. Everybody's trying to get that beach body ready. What are some of the things that a normal person can do that kind of help prepare them to get ready for the beach, to look, for the fellas to look good and the women to get nice and trim? What are some of the things we can do to kind of speed up that in, let's say, 60 days or so, if that's possible?
Well, when I talk with people, I always tell them to first start with looking at your eating habits. That's number one. I don't care how often you work out in the gym. If you don't develop good eating habits, then all of the work that you do in the gym, your body will not develop the way that it should. So you want to start by taking out all of the necessary, unnecessary things within your diet that's keeping you from developing a good physique, and keeping you from just living healthier. So healthier habits when it comes to your eating habits, that is. And then you want to have a routine. You want to have a regimen when it comes to your body. Have a plan. You want to sit down and write down a plan and have goals. Have long-term goals and then have short-term goals. I tell people all the time, Rome wasn't built in a day. You have to be patient with your body. You didn't put the weight on overnight. So, it's not going to come off overnight. You have to be patient with yourself and just take it one day at a time. Progress will come, but, we live in a society where everyone wants things right now. Food. They want everything, money, whatever, and it just doesn't happen that way. You have to take your time and be patient with yourself in anything that you do.
Okay. If I wanted to get you a personal trainer, what are some of the services that you provide your clients?
Right now, I am working in particular with people that are focused on rehabilitation. I have quite a few clients that have had knee replacements, shoulder injuries, any type of joint replacement that you name. I've probably dealt with it at this point. So I work with those individuals and increasing their quality of life. The goal is to I like talking with a lot of people in the community. So I also offer speeches, talks, public speaking for motivation, things like that, to get our community abreast of what's necessary to get yourself focused on a better lifestyle through diet and exercise, that is.
Nichole, how important is eating right?
Well, diet and nutrition is number one. It's very key to your overall progress. And when I discuss that subject that is very near and dear to my heart, I always try to explain to people that your food is your medicine. It is the first step to achieving any progress. I like to kind of use the analogy that your food is fuel, and you have the perfect running machine. Your body is the perfect running vehicle. It's just like a car. So in essence, when you put gas in your car, it helps you get from point A to point B. Same thing with your body. In order for you to move and get from point A to point B, you have to make sure you have the right amount of fuel in your tank, in your body. Food, when I say food is medicine, food is exactly that. Every day you have to have vital nutrients and minerals to help your body progress and get to the next level. So it is very important that you, when you're thinking about food and nutrition, that you cut out all of the bad stuff. It doesn't mean that you can't have a cheat meal every now and again. You can't have this or that. But what it means is you need to have more balance in your life when it comes to eating proper or the correct foods. There's a little saying that I have, and it's and I've heard it before, and I like to use it in everyday life. And when I'm talking to people, is you can't look like $1 million eating off the dollar menu, and it's a fact. Preparation is key with everything, and if you can prepare your foods, food prepping. When I did bodybuilding, or I should say, when I was competing, food prepping was very important. Food prepping is taking time out to prepare your food for the day or for the days or for the week, however you want to do it. And it's so important because it keeps you from stopping at fast food places and getting food that is quick and not really even food anymore.
Your mother of two. How hard, how is it having you for a mom? Because I know they're not eating Snickers and M&M's and mom, so how do you prepare your children to eat right and make sure they're developing healthy habits?
Well, they see me, number one. And so, children are very impressionable. Whatever they see, they do. I don't always have to tell them a whole lot of things because they watch what I do. And they have developed really, really good habits. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't say, Mommy, can we have this or grab this and that, or can we get some juice? I let them experience life. I give them the opportunity to have that ice cream. It's just, I teach them balance. And they understand that going to McDonald's every day is not going to be a part of our regimen. I cook everything. Our food, 95% of the time, 95% of the time is prepared by me. We don't know what we're getting when we go to places nowadays. It's quite scary out here. You know, you hear news reports all the time about what's in food. And honestly, if I could go back to the old way and just have a garden like my grandmother did, I would do just that, because that to me was, of course, healthier. It was, you know, my grandmother used to have her own herbs and spices, and we still have these things. We neglect the fact that we have these things, and going back to that old way to me is so much more important. There was less illness, less sickness. So getting back to originally what you said, you know, these are things that I teach my children. I use all of these things in our food, and so they know about these things. It teaches them everything they need to know to get ahead in life.
I wanted to know a little bit more about the time when you were competing. What was that like?
Competing for me, it was a beautiful experience. It really was. It taught me a lot more discipline. It helped me stay focused. It really did, because I had a goal in mind, and it helped me to really stay structured with my daily routine. I enjoyed it. I won't say that I'll never go back to competing, but I will say that it is a sport that is very much self-absorbed. It is something that, you know, every day you're focused on. The aspects of it are great, but everything about competing is about you. And I'm such a selfless person. You have to spend time every day just gym, working out, eating. And it's so just me, myself, and I. And I'm such a selfless person. So in a way, it took away from my family and me being a single mother. It took away from the time that I spend with my children. And that part of it, I didn't necessarily like. I enjoy being on stage. For me, it's artwork. To be able to show your discipline, your hard work, and see other people that have worked just as hard. It was a beautiful experience. And I enjoy still watching people compete. And I train every day as if I'm still getting ready to compete, because you never know. You never know. Like I said, it's not that I'll never do it again, but right now my focus is working with people, helping people, encouraging people, inspiring people, motivating people, and getting them where they need to be. And then as soon as the creator says, okay, now it's time to do this, then I'll move on. But right now, working with people and getting them to the next level in their progress is what's important to me.